EA Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Trey Murphy.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. And for the Lakers, the post pair form will be Vanderbilt and Ayton. Doncic out there with MP. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. Stan, when you look at these teams on paper, there's a clear talent discrepancy.
Yeah, but Kevin, games aren't won on paper. And if you're the underdogs, most people have already written you off. So you go out and play free with no pressure and use all of that public doubt as motivation.
Now, here's MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, what impresses me is MP's focus. He's not just throwing it up from way out there.
Murray outside. From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Fires from the corner, and again, MP. Cole's got 8 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Lakers have been looking for a consistent presence at center, and in DeAndre Ayton, they've acquired a walking double-double and a capable lob threat to pair with Luka Doncic. Ayton has a lot to prove in LA, I'm told, but this pairing is certainly one to watch.
Quite a tandem. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the left wing, from past the arc, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The 3 from MP. Pelicans pull it in. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Drills it from outside. He's got 11.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
Murray for 3. And James pulls it down. Lakers leading by 5. MP outside. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We talked about the problems that Zion Williamson can give a team inside. And Coach said it's not about the shots that Zion makes, it's about the shots his teammates miss. We have to make sure that we body up Zion and not let him convert misses into makes. Might be hard finding volunteers willing to body up Zion. Back to you, Kevin.
And Allie, thanks so much. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Doncic.
Well, he's pressing right now, which can happen when you're trying to cut into a lead.
And here's MP for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Los Angeles with some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Austin Reeves in for LeBron. Williamson kicks to Murray. He's defended by Reeves. And the Pelicans miss again.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Jake LaRavia is... And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Queen. Now here's Murray. Here's Williamson. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Murray, no good.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
James pairs with Vanderbilt to make up the forward pair. MP out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here are the Pelicans now. Following the three-pointer by MP. Williamson with the bucket.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move him.
GA, the Pelicans reshaping this roster, but plenty of long-term Pels still in the lineup.
Kevin, continuity matters. They've got talent, chemistry, and have weathered the storms together. Now, can they make some real headway?
And here is Murray, following the three-pointer by MP. Murray against Doncic. From deep. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
On the wing, Doncic. Over Murray. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by MP. That's 7 points for Luka Doncic. Here's Williamson over Vanderbilt. Murray finds Williamson. There's a good screen. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Cole's shot is good.
Well, when MP gets in the open floor on the break like that, watch out.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Murray, the pass to Queen. Here's Williamson. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Fires it up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Doncic has got 9 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
MP has been leading the charge for the Lakers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Check it out, Los Angeles. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I gotta say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I gotta say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Lakers.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq?
I would agree, my brother.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Now here's Murray. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Launches it. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
MP's shot is good.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber. And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
The 3 from MP. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those. Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Down low, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
Here's James. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game. Doncic against Murray. Fires the 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter. Kevin, back to you.
A scary thought. Okay, Allie, thanks.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Doncic with the bucket.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And Murray's got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. And you look at this Pelicans team, Coach, kind of a wild card in the Western Conference.
Well, Kevin, they have the talent of a top 4 seed, but some serious bumps in the road. I think if their luck improves, the Pelicans could turn things around quickly.
The 3 from MP. Good on the triple. MP's got 43 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Murray, good.
He's just showing off. Murray creating space off the dribble.
The three, and James gets it to go on the assist from Cole. LeBron's got 19 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Murray surveying the D. Six to shoot. That one, no good. Nice D from Doncic. The three from MP. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Williamson against Vanderbilt. And it's Williamson missing. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
New Orleans has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Queen. To the left side wing. New Orleans moving the ball around. On the wing, Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Doncic, bounce pass. And here's MP for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
The 3. He can't get it to go. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And we reach the fourth quarter. MP's checked in for Jake LaRavia. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. They've got MP. Jackson Hayes is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. To the inside. Back to Murray. That one good for 2. Murray's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
And here's MK for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Murray. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
Who's watching it?
Williamson against Hachimura. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. LA's on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. MP outside. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Driving the lane. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Los Angeles making a switch here. Vincent's checked in. Williamson right side. Williamson double team. Outside for Murray. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you know, one thing that makes Murray a great player, he can score with or without the ball.
Here's MP. He gets that one.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he has all the tools and the desire.
Now tied for second most 60-point games. What a career he's had. My goodness.
Nice awareness right there. MP doing a good job getting his timing right on that block.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Buffkins check in. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Count that one.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
Cole looking for an opening. Here's the three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Williamson kicks to Murray. From the arc. Lakers with the rebound. MP outside. For the three. Good! Another from three.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the fourth most threes